Hello everyone. Today we are going to have a different session in the expert corner. Today we have a guest, my friend Dr. Dinesh Selvakumaran. He is a senior application engineer in ANSYS. So he's working in USA and he's very fond of delivering his experience how to pursue higher education in USA as he is a student who pursued his education from rural background in India, Tamil Nadu, and he has grown up to this extension. So, welcome Dinesh for this wonderful interaction.
Thanks, Rajshekhar, for the invitation. Yes,
Thank
I'm
you,
very honored
Dinesh.
to be here.
Yeah, great. We are also very honored to be inviting you. So, before going to the interview, I like to introduce you to our channel viewers. So, dear friends, Dr. Dinesh Selvakumaran earned his PhD degree in electrical engineering from the University of Kentucky, USA in 2018. Currently, he is working as a senior application engineer at ANSYS. He has published more than 20 journal conference papers in the area of hardware security and received the Best Paper Award in 2017 Cyber and Information Research Conference. He has received Epsilon Award for Academic Achievement in Computing Discipline by IEEE Computer Society in 2015 and the College of Engineering Dean's Award for Outstanding PhD Student at University of Kentucky in 2018. His current research interest includes CAD for hardware security verification, IP authentication and trust, low power hardware security for IoT devices. And apart from this, he is a college mate of mine. He studied at Adiman College of Engineering, Hosur, and he is also a mentor for projectcontest.com, and he is also guiding various students for various innovation activities. So it's an honor and a privilege once again, Dinesh, to have you in this today's interaction in the expert corner. So Dinesh,
Thank you.
before starting the formal interview, I like to ask few questions about you. So I have introduced you. So from your own interest, you can tell about you to our viewers.
Hello, everyone. I am Dinesh, as Rajshekhar has introduced me. Um, I did my bachelor's from Adiyaman. I did my BE in 2009 to 2013. And then I did my master's from Indian Institute of Information Technology, Design and Manufacturing, Kanchipuram. And I passed out in 2015. And then I did my PhD from University of Kentucky, USA, from 2015, and I graduated in 2018. Uh, from 2018 onwards, I've been working with ANSYS as a senior application engineer, and also as an product development engineer as well. Mainly focusing on some of the analog mixed signal tools. Along with we are developing some innovative solutions on the addressing some of the hardware security problems which the world is currently facing, and it is going to face more in the coming future. Um, yeah.
Great, Dinesh. So before going to the opportunity in higher education in USA, kindly tell about your time in Triple IET Kanchipuram and how you got the opportunity there because studying in rural background institutions and the students pursuing in the village areas will be very frightened to know about how to apply for IITs, IIT, Triple IITs like that. So how is your time at Triple IIT and how you got this opportunity? It will be useful for them.
Yeah. So as we have talked, right, I got my bachelor's from Adiyaman. I mean, I went through the Tamil Nadu State Board counseling, and then I got Adiyaman BECE. So after that, I've been prepared for GATE, Gratitude and Aptitude Test for Engineering, GATE exam. I scored, I don't remember now, but I think around like 3,000 rank, 2,000 to 3,000 at that time. I don't exactly remember. But I was looking at the various institute because there are various institute which you can go through the gate, and also various jobs which you can get through the gate. As an undergrad, I was mainly focusing on the job perspective, but also I have a dream of studying in one of the prestigious institute from the Indian government. That is the government Indian university. So that's how I got into triple ITs. So first I got admission in Triple IET Bangalore, which is it is a private public partnership institute. But again, I got an opportunity to get into Triple IET DM as well, which is a design and manufacturing based institute, where it is mainly specialized in the product design and engineering oriented, which is really caught my attention. And again, to be honest, the second perspective was money as well, because Triple IIT Bangalore was quite expensive at that time for me, and the Triple IIT Kanchipuram was very, not expensive, as well as they were also paying a stipend. So, if I remember correctly, my semester fees was 8,000, and they were paying me every month 8,000. So I was like, okay, so that is good opportunity, right? I mean, that's also an important criteria as a student we will think of. And also all the professors, I looked into the profile, they are all like doctorates. Of course, all most of the big institutes have the doctorates. So, and then again, as I said, the design and product design as well, which caught my attention. So once after cleared the gate, I applied for Triple IT as well. But at that time, only like 18 students were being selected. So before that, they had a two-way policy, which means you need to write clear the gate, and then you need to go to the institute where they will have a written exam, as well as they will conduct an interview as well. So after that, they selected 18, and I was one among them. That's how I got into Triple IT DM Kanchipuram. My experiences like from Adiyaman, where it was a typical college most of us go through. Like from it starts at 8 o'clock in the morning or 9 o'clock in the morning, and it goes at 5 o'clock. Triple IT was not like that. It was entirely different. The curriculum was different. The way that professors teach was completely different. There, the professors won't give importance to the book. There, they teach us the concept, and then they'll give the assignments, which is completely different. So in Adiman, Adiman, I had a great time. I had a great friends. But in Triple IT, it was entirely different, where they give more focus towards practicals and assignments, where it is all like it won't be there in the book, and we had like something called open book system, where professors will let you to take the books. You can write the exams with open books, but those are all the toughest times, toughest exams I had ever faced. And the other thing is, all the professors, they had a good connection with like IITs and NITs. So we had a great exposure in Triple IT as well. And all the students who all studied like undergrads, mainly the undergrads, because they all cracked some of the tough exams in India to get through the Triple IT. So they had a great vision on what they want to do next. Most of them go to the jobs and also to the higher educations in like countries like USA or UK, Australia, different countries. So I got some exposure there as well. So the exposure wise, Triple IT was great, where I had good exposure in terms of connection, industrial connection, as well as on higher education perspective as well. So to be honest, I enjoyed really great time at Adiyaman and Triple IT as well, both in the distance.
Great. And moving on to the next question, and today's important topic question, that is, how you thought of pursuing higher education in USA? At the time of 2015, I think many will focus on to pursue degree in IITs and NITs if you complete at Triple IT. But how you thought of doing your higher education in USA?
Yeah, that is a great question. So okay, so let me be honest, right? I mean, so first thing is money. Everybody wants money. So I was not interested in higher education. I was want to go for a job due to some my family background. I want to focus on the job. So at my first year of my at Triple IT, so it is a two-year course. Masters is a 2-year course. At my first year, I was very much into internships or jobs, and mainly anything oriented towards the job. I was very concentrated on anything towards the focusing towards the job. But then I worked with in a research lab at Triple IT with my professor, Dr. Noor Muhammad. So he was a very great mentor for me. He was a really great mentor, And many of his undergrad students go to foreign universities to do masters, and very few got a chance to go to PhD as well. From bachelors, they go to PhD. They won't do the masters. So then, I was starting my master's project to do under Dr. Noor Muhammad, and we had a he was a very great mentor, and one day he was asking me, so what is the next career opportunity you want to do? I said, no, I want to go for a job, like I want to go for a job, particularly in the VLSI background, like in electronics, a branch in electronics. And then he was like, so you have, I mean, at that time, we did some great work, me and Dr. Nur Muhammad, and our work got accepted in some of the top tier conferences in India, and in fact in entire world, actually, in the field of VLSI. It's called as VLSI Design Conference, and I was publishing few more papers in another conferences as well. So then he talked to me. He said that you have a great research perspective. So why can't you try higher education in higher education? Then I said, sir, due to financial background, I would like to go for a job because I can earn and I can support my family. Then he said, okay, why not? You can try higher educations in foreign universities, right? Because they are going to be free, and they're going to pay you stipend, which is equivalent to your earning in an industry here. And I was completely not aware at that time that PhDs at foreign universities are free. And then I got really interested because in 2015, like 2014, in fact, in 2014, I have no idea. Like I have seen some of my friends going to foreign, but they spend their own money, and something going to another country doing an higher education is something most of us have been fascinated as a kid. So then I was very keen. I was very interested. What is going on? How to go to that next level? And then I started studying. I started researching more on how to do higher educations in USA. And as I said a few minutes ago, that some of the students from Triple IET as well do their direct PhDs from their bachelors in foreign universities. So I know one of my friend, a good friend of mine. He got his PhD admission in Penn State University. Um, from his bachelor's computer science, and he's super smart that he got all over gate rank as well, 18 or maybe less than 50 something. I'm not sure the number exactly, but I think it's 18. I'm not sure, but I got a good contact with him. He's one of my good friends still, and then I was taking his guidance as well on how he started applying, and then so he said that this is the way he applied, this is what he did. But my case was a little bit different. And then I started approaching the professors directly. So I started writing an email on day one after talking with my master's advisor, Dr. Noor Muhammad, and I started writing professor. So the first professor I wrote was to Dr. Ranganathan from University of South Florida, who I read his papers, a lot of papers when I was doing my research at masters. So I started writing him, and then I got an immediate response from a professor, and he's one of the well-renowned professors in that research area. And I was shocked and surprised at the same time. I was like, "Oh my gosh, the professor has replied," and I was in a state of joy because I didn't expect that a professor will reply to me so easily. So that gave me a lot of confidence. That gave me, okay, so I can do it. If a professor is replying, that means they are giving importance to your email, they're reading your email, what you want to do, and they are giving you a response back. So that gave me a lot of confidence boost that, okay, I can go ahead and then I can do this. And then I inquired more, and I thought that, okay, PhDs are free. That's how I came to know that most of the US universities, they pay for they pay the tuition fees, that is the semester college fees, and then they pay for the health insurance, because in USA health insurance is very important. Along with that, they will also a decent stipend, which is equivalent to our salary in India. And that's how I started pushing. And then I wrote to several professors, and I got response from most of them, and then I choose the right professors who I want to work with, and I'm glad I made the right choice at that time, which led to me where I am right now. Yeah.
Great, Dinesh. I think your experience is really wonderful and will be very useful for all the students who are watching this video. So, at the time of 2015, you went on to USA to pursue, and it is now 2020. And I want to know that whether the opportunities for current young students who are working with the research or innovations, how the opportunities have grown up in USA or other foreign universities to pursue their higher education. What's the current trend is happening in higher education, things happening in USA or other countries?
Yeah, so that is another great question. So what so okay, so from the PhD perspective, I can talk on whatever I have seen at USA. Surprisingly, most of the students who come are from Iran, Bangladesh, and next level is India and China. So these are the four countries who are major contributors in for the researchers in USA. And surprisingly, more and more students are coming from Bangladesh. In fact, the number is growing rapidly high. And for some reason in India, it is very stable. I don't know why, but that's how I have seen the trend, at least whatever field I have been in, whatever researches I have been associated with, that's how I have been. Maybe most of the students are trying for the researchers in India itself, or they're getting a job after their masters, because I have seen only very few who are very focused. They want to get the PhD because they want to get a PhD. Other than that, very few will come because they didn't get a job. They put PhD as the next level. I won't say that is a good idea, but I have seen some students in that direction as well. So the research wise, from 2015 to 2020, I think the research opportunities are increasing day by day, USA, and as well as the need for students to do research is also growing enormously. The main reason is because the technology is growing. The need for research and innovation for each country is growing, and for USA in particular is one of the backbone for their growth and the development, and how the world leaders the USA in. So they want to keep that. So if you see, the professors here are most talented. I mean, they are the best of the best in each country, right? Like, it's not only from India, from Iran, from Bangladesh, from Sri Lanka, from different countries. You can name any country, you can see the professor here. So they are all best of best, and they want to choose best students who wants to come here. As I said, so the opportunities are there. It's all comes on how much effort the student wants to put in, how much hard work they want to put in. If they put the right hard work, they're going to get the right job, what they want to become. Either they want to become a professor or they want to go in industry. US still has a lot of opportunities for them.
Great, Dinesh. So you have said about the opportunities. So what is the first step a student has to take or kickstart to? I want to think that I want to pursue a PhD in USA, or I want to pursue higher education in USA. What are the first steps, especially a student from rural background institution studying their engineering education or science education they are doing? What are the first steps they have to take to pursue the career?
So first step, if they want to do a PhD, is first they want to make sure that they want to do the PhD for sure. It's just that not like, oh, I don't have a job so I can do a PhD. No, that is going to be a very wrong. I very it's going to be a very wrong. Second thing, you want to be very interested in whatever field you are going to be chosen. Otherwise, you are going to waste a lot of money. So these are all the first two very important steps. Third comes, the proper procedures, the so-called how to do the things right. So if you want to do a master's, you want to write the exam GRE, and the second exam is TOEFL. So GRE is basically aptitude test. They will have some mathematical questions, basically like 10th and 12th standard mathematics, I can say. It's aptitude based questions. And then the second one is some English. So the TOEFL is on your English test, reading, writing, listening, reading, writing, listening, speaking. So these are all the 4 areas they will test, and then they will give a score. So if you want to do just the masters, all they're going to see is the GRE and TOEFL along with your score from your bachelor's. Even if you have arrears, they don't know what is an arrear, so you can still get into. But the universities, you may not get into top tier university, but still you can get into decent universities. So, but if you want to do as a PhD, then you can again write GRE, TOEFL, but then the next comes what are the other activities you have done in the field. One publication of paper, right? I have published few papers, or I have won several prizes nationally or internationally, or product design contest, project design contest. Different contests are there, as I have won, so that you have established your name and your name. You established your name so that the others who are looking will give them a confidence that the professor who's looking at your resume, oh, okay, if I hire the student, then he is good for me. That we both will have a good rapport, and then we can work together and we can make a great work together. Because the PhD is not about one's work, right? It is an discussion. PhD starts with the collaboration, discussion, innovation. Everything comes together as a part of a PhD. So then, so these are all the 3 important steps I can think of. First, you need to have your aim, vision, what you want to do exactly, and where you want to do. Some will also have an idea of which university they want to do or which professors they want to do. I know some of the student, I don't want to name, but he did his undergrad and he did his dual degree from IIT Kharagpur. He came to USA to do his PhD, but then he don't know what exactly he wants to do. So he first wants no, he know what he wants to do, but he don't know what professors he wants to work with. So he spent like 5 to 6 hours, just 5 to 6 years, just in choosing a professor who he wants to work with. So that is also a different perspective the students will have when they come here. But from the PhD perspective, I will say the fundamental things are 3. First, you need to know what you want to do, which field you want to do your PhD exactly in. And the second thing, if you have some research publication, you can directly contact the professor you want to work with. Like you can write the email. I'm sure if you go to the website, they'll have some contact information. You can write an email saying that I'm so and so. I already did this and work. And in fact, if you already your papers are published in IEEE, you can attach those papers as well to the professor so that they can read through your papers prior to talking to you. Or if you don't have any research publication, I wanted to take a regular route, then you can write GRE, TOEFL, those 2 exams, and then you can apply to the university directly. But the good thing with approaching the professor first is, if the professor says, okay, I can take you as a PhD student, then it is virtually you got accepted. Then the procedure, then he will guide you through the procedure. Okay, just apply this here. I will take care of the application form and everything. So it is a shortcut route, I can say. But for that, you need to have some papers or some innovations, some impact where the professor feel that, okay, I can take the student and we can do a great work. Yeah, that is the easiest way, and the regular way is writing GPA, applying. Yeah.
Okay. And another one personal question from my side is that there's a myth that between the students as well as many public is that when we complete our UG degree at IIT or NIT only can pursue our PhDs in USA, or at least you have to do your masters and you can go for PhD in US countries like USA, Canada, like that. Whether that is true, or any student from a rural institution who is working very nicely in innovations and who is publishing papers and doing many conferences and having innovative ideas can apply for PhD and they can get the opportunity there.
No, any student can apply. So in fact, okay, let's think in this way, right? From India, we know what is an NIT, what is an IIT, how to get through. But let's say from a professor from US, he don't know what is an IIT, what is an NIT. All he will look at is what is your resume, who you are, okay, what all the work you have done in the field. So that's where that paper talks. So to be honest, they don't know what is an IIT, what is an NIT. It's all just the big perspective we have in India that only IIT students can I mean, in fact, I was also like that before talking to some of the other colleagues. And after coming here, I have seen people who are coming from, like a regular institute have done a very amazing work. They have like lot of papers, lot of patents. Um, so like if you want to get into IIT, it is all you need to write 3 hour exam and that's it, right? But some of the innovation comes already there. Some of the innovative minds are already there in India, but they don't know what is an IIT. That's why they were not able to pursue at IIT or NIT. But still, they have great ideas. They already have achieved a lot. I'm sure they can surely come here to USA. Yes,
Yeah, that's why we have. That's why we have made the topic for today's expert corner is that higher education opportunity in USA for innovative minds. Hope that
yes,
many innovative minds will start your views and take your views, and they will start pursuing their interest in the way that they can do their higher education, or they can transform their ideas from India to USA, like that they will be working from now.
right, right.
And yeah, Dinesh, we are going to be nearing the end of the today's expert corner interview with you. So, what are your views on our projectcontest.com, and you are also a mentor for projectcontest.com, and what you are thinking about that, and how students can utilize this opportunity, like a platform like projectcontest.com for their innovations and other things.
Yeah, so projectcontext.com, it is a very amazing platform, to be honest, because when I was doing my undergrad, I used to search for each and every events, what is going to happen, and I might be missing some of the important events. But projectcontest.com, actually, it is a great platform for the students, where all the informations are coming to them, right? They just needs to visit the website, and then they can get all the informations, all the events going through, and some of the expert corner talks, some of the interviews which has been given by some of the students who have already achieved. So these are all the some of the great um, paths which the successors, right, I can call it as successors who have already did something success in the field, so we can learn from them. I don't think so this kind of facilities were there before, or if it was, maybe it was not that popular. At least this platform is really a great source of information. I can say it's very rich in information, useful for the career growth, both from the industry perspective as well as the academic perspective as well. I think it is also more than the students. I think it also useful for the academician as well, for the lecturers, professors. Even I know many of the professors who are want to do PhDs as well. They also this website can be useful for those as well. Definitely, yes. First,
Thank you, Dinesh.
thank you for that, this kind of innovative ideas for that.
Thank you, Dinesh. It's always a happy thing that a person like you is always encouraging us and motivating us. So we are friends, but apart from the friends, I think you are mutually we're sharing your views, and you are always supporting us to the all the happenings of Project Contest. Thank you for that. We want to say to you. So we are at the end of the interview, and your final motivation to the students in India and all over the country or all over the world. What is your final motivation as of now to all the students?
So my final motivation is always have a vision on exactly what you want to do. Again, the vision can be different because each year when we grow, the visions are going to get changed. But fix a small step. Like there are two things. As Dr. Abdul Kalam said, you need to have a bigger vision, and in order to achieve the bigger vision, you need to have a very smaller vision. So that is called as, I will call in my terms as baby steps. So if you want to achieve something big, make sure you have a baby steps. Make sure what you want to know, first of all, what you want to do, so that you can achieve a bigger whatever achievement you want to do, and then start working hard. Because baby steps is typically I define in such a way that you will work hard, but you won't feel like you are working hard. The aggregate, the aggregate will make you to think that you have worked really hard. So everyday effort, work hard. I'm sure most of the minds watching this video are like innovative, one of the top most minds in the world, I can say, because India is having great set of innovative students all over the world. I can tell, and that is an example, right? We can see how the Indian minds have been performing at USA, like the CEO of Google, he's also from India. And there are so many other CEOs, right? Even ANSYS CEO, he's also from India, Dr. Ajay. So there are so many great minds are there in India, and it doesn't matter where you study. You study in an IIT or NIT or even from a smaller institute. If you have a vision, as I said, make sure you know what you want to do, how you want to achieve. That is more important, and then start putting efforts so that you can achieve the ultimate goal, what you want to reach. That's the message I want to say.
Thank you, Dinesh. And I think now it's time around night of USA. And in your busy schedule and in your busy works, I think you are given the time and spent time with us in order to give inspiration and motivation to the innovative minds in India, so that they will come up in their life. It's a nice initiative by you also. Thank you, Dinesh, once again for joining today in the Expert Corner. Hope we will do many works in the future. Thank you, Dinesh.
Thank Thanks for the invitation, Rashika. Thank you.
Thank you. Dear
Take
friends,
care.
thank you. Dear friends, this program is jointly organized by our digital partner Dream 360, a digital marketing agency, and share these videos to all the innovative minds in order to have excellent career in higher education at USA. So thanks for watching the video.